My name is Rich Jackson, and when my wife and I walked into White Oak Christian Church at the Coleraine campus back in 2004, we were overwhelmed. There was people from the church that we knew. There were people that we didn't know, a lot of people we didn't know. And the truth of it is that we were just searching for something, and we wanted to be invisible at that time. So we spent a period of our White Oak journey and our journey with Jesus just kind of trying to be invisible, to take from the services, what the Lord needed us to have at that time. Years ago, our giving journey and our generosity journey started honestly out of just what was easy. And I can remember two things that really challenged us. One was that my son wanted to give to the least of these. And I saw my son and his willingness to part way with what he knew could have given him something, could have provided a toy that he wanted. And I just thought to myself, if he can do that, we can do that. My daughter also gave away everything she had at one point to buy a bucket that was going to be filled with water that had a purification system in it to give to people in an area where they couldn't have clean water without that. And both of those things that were taught to me by my children made me realize that I couldn't just continue to give something because it was easy. We made a shaken commitment because we knew that this was just the next step of our faith journey. In the past, we had given out of obedience, and now we wanted to not only give out of obedience, but we also wanted to just expand what that might look like and see all the different ways that our generosity could just be a part of Jesus's kingdom. God's really encouraged us through this because if I'm just being completely honest, there's always something that our money could buy. There's always something that is right there, and there's always a little thought in my mind that says, well, if we didn't do this, then we could have that. And maybe that makes me a bad person that I think that, or maybe it's just what we all experience. And so some of the encouragement is that God has actually said, in little nudge ways and little whispers, he's actually presented opportunities for us to kind of say, yeah, but there's this. And that thing, when you know that's coming from the Spirit of God and you feel that nudge, it makes it a lot easier to say, I don't need that other thing. I want to be a part of that. Whether you're new to the Shaken journey or whether you started with us last year, we're halfway through something that does have a finish line. And maybe it's just because of my background, but you finish strong. You finish strong, and you know that the only way to find success, to win the game, football teams hold up 4 because it's the fourth quarter, and they want to have their best for last, and they want to show their opponents and their teammates that this is what we train for. And I would say that whether you are jumping in today or whether you've been on this journey for the last year, or maybe you've been on this journey for 20 years. We know the benefit of what happens when we just faithfully give to Jesus, and he always shows us better fruit than we ever could have imagined we were trying to plant. And I would just encourage anybody to just take whatever step you've already taken, take one more, because God honors those steps of obedience and faith, knowing that he's doing something that is better than what we